it so nice and brief and not embarrassing, because sometimes it goes on and then okay, normally what I would say, everything is there in the profile, and by the course of time all of us will be following, because we have we are little senior to you, and you are all most of the teachers here young stays and going through different phase, whatever might be that. I'm quite thankful to you for making it very crisp, nice. Thank you. Okay. And I understand the faculty members are from one or two colleges in the region that is must be close to Amravati, or it might be that there may be others from a different part of the country also. So the topic assigned to me, and before that I like to say, I have, just like you, served in a college for a very long period of time. I did my studies earlier in a autonomous college, one of the very prestigious one, very long ago, 1985 and all, very long ago. And then, am I audible? Is it all fine? No? Yeah. I could understand what is happening there at a very young age, that I'm privileged in that way. And then thereafter, I was within a non-autonomous college. Then the same college wanted to become, shifted towards autonomy in 2000, that period. Then, lucky or fortunately, I was in charge of various what we call administrative setups there, like DST, FIS coordinator, RUSA, helping them, and then like that. Okay. Then, other than my own projects also that helped me, many other projects that agreed. Then the principal, and in between the same college, it was continuously getting A plus plus, A plus plus. The first college to become A plus and level. So that was a very commendable task at that time, because there were so many from other part of the country also visited. So what I would say, this all by we I could gather a lot of experience. Then I have one fortune of, we belong to north part of Kerala, Calicut, Kozhikode. Okay, so it's what I would say, one of the finest colleges in this region, because a lot of takers are there, and we have the fortune of many of our students are well placed in across the world, and they come to our institution, international institutions. I'm not talking about the old history, last 3, 4, 5 years. That's what you have seen. So they share their experience with us. So it all helped me. And with that viewpoint, with all that experience, I'll be bringing out some certain ideas here. Okay. So now I would say we are all in a very difficult situation, tight juncture in the field of education. I would say because NEP, with all very good intentions, it has been introduced in different parts of the country. Different states, they have implemented in different ways also, certain slight modifications, because, But the ultimate aim is to see what? That is what we have to remember. We all, fortunately, with our hard work, completed a UG, PG, and then we got into job. And there are so many youngsters. Just think about our turn back and see during our degree period, PG, our post-graduation period, and then later PhD period. We were all might be wondering what to do next and all. But anyway, those days, with the academic background which we possessed, we could get a job and all. But what for the present generation is a big question, and you will see in some of the presentations or slides and videos, I will not be monotonously speaking to you at all. But I would say, compared to us, our youth age and all, the present generation, they have more responsibility, more difficulties, and it is becoming all the more difficult. And we have the difficult task of training them the right skill. And for us, actually, what happened, we were molded in a different way, majority of us, and we will find this shifting, this transition. That's why I say it is a very critical phase. And added to that, what I have seen during my principalship was mostly in the COVID period also. What we have seen, students got exposure to a lot of academic stuff during that particular period. Till then, either the parents were unwilling or the students were to a certain extent unwilling to visit what we call in internet academic, I would say, except those who are very academically oriented. But in between with the COVID and online education, and they could find out what exactly exists there in the YouTube of and online media, and then arrival of various edutech agencies, and this has all made or making our task also tough, because many of students are finding out most of the subjects, many of which are readily available on the website. And really recently with the arrival of AI, many tools, then you know to be expert. There are various other means also clearing their doubts and various forums, and they are doing that. So, and what about us? We also have to, okay, catch up with that. That is one part. Then other than that, and that speaks about the skill to be in this field of education. Earlier, no, with our UG, PG, it was all sufficient. We could have gone along, get along. But now what happened? We will wait and see. And I will be putting my presentation and my line of speech in that direction. First one, this is one statement from Franklin Roosevelt, 1940, he said long ago. But anyway, they are the visionaries and they felt the need at that period of time. And what he told to his academic people in the University of Pennsylvania, and this is exactly what from 2020 onward, 2020, I said this in 1940, and we are trying to implement here, same message, but they did it long ago. Okay. So that's what we cannot, yeah, if someone comes to you, one of your student comes to you, asks you for the future and certainty, and we cannot, yeah, sorry, I didn't share you the screen. And okay, in such things, no, you have to tell me, but sometimes what happened, I may forget. Okay, so this is what Franklin Roosevelt said. So you are seeing the video, hopefully, sorry, the slide, hopefully. Okay, it's visible and I'm audible. Fine. So, yeah, what he said, we can always build our youth for the future. We cannot guarantee any future of our youth, but we can build how? Because we can equip the students. It is our responsibility to see that our students, sometimes I may say kids, we consider them as our kids alone. Kids, they come to us with great expectation. So I said, you just stand back and think about your +2 days, UG days, PG days, what you are doing. And if you are at this juncture, how it would have been. So now they are coming to us for direction, skill and knowledge and resilience, adaptive. Yeah, and then we have to equip them as resilience also. What is the resilience? Simple thing. Earlier days, no, just clear the MSc or BSc and there was certainty of getting a job somewhere and all. Is that exists now? And many after coming out from the UG, PG, PhD colleges and all, finding out that it is very tough to get a job. Very tough. Or no, they are finding struggling. Why it has happened? So for that, they should understand what is lacking. And anyway, that's what we say, adaptability or resilience. That is a term. I'm being a biologist now, I'll be using the Darwin's term, survival of the fittest. That's what happening. And there comes the question, resilience, adaptability also. So this is what this great American president did. But remember, yeah, the last line I put here, Roosevelt's education played a significant role in shaping his intellectual and political careers. He was a person during the World War II, and that's the period, but he could bring the country in a direction. And his education was Harvard University, Berkeley University, and all such advantages he had. So they could plan very long ago. And we have, due to many other socio-economic reasons, we could not do that, but we are trying to come up. Okay, and this one I leave it. And then this is also one statement, and another very well-known internationally recognized educationalist, Ken Robinson from UK side, he is no more. He stated in 2005 or 10 period, if you are not prepared to be flexible, adapt to the needs of modern ladies, that is students, they will find alternatives. And that's what exactly what's happening. That we'll come to see in the coming pictures. And I'll take you to another important forum, World Economic Forum, Future of Jobs Report. If possible, I would request teachers to listen to or refer their pages often. I'll be all these presentations and I'll be sharing the links. This is all active link. So this is from the 2025 April, Future of Jobs in India and World Economic Forum. What they have stated is very important for all of us. World Economic Forum's Future of Jobs Report 2025 says about in India, there is world level only 47% this problem is there, but in our country, nearly 70% of the companies India are finding they are not getting the necessary talent pools. In very simple terms, the degree which we are offering, that is not meeting the requirement of the companies. So companies are doing what? They themselves are cultivate the skill. They say we'll train the skill, and for that is okay. But the next line, either by offering training, companies will train them, or by removing degree requirements. What does that mean? Our degrees become BScs or whatever might be economics, whatever might be that. That's of no use to many of the new generation or the job employers and all. So they are saying we will train on our, and this I have seen some 5 years ago when Calicut, when many of these IT hubs came. So they all used to come to college for getting the students, and then there was all the campus placement. Students were really happy to go. The number of banks also. But what you have seen, no, but they are taking degree students that time, and they were not going for any BSc Computer Science or BCA students. Instead, anyone who comes over and attend interview and whom they consider smart enough, they are taken there. Then I asked them why this is like this. They told the same thing. So it doesn't matter what is your degree and all. Anyway, we have to train them 1 month, 1.5 months. No, those who are really smart enough, which is certain action we can find out whether they're from commerce or zoology or botany. That's what I asked. Why you're taking all the biology, zoology, and chemistry teachers and all, sorry, students and all? Yeah, that's what I said. We provide them the training. I was wondering then what is the use of all this biology which I have been teaching for 3 years? It is simple waste. And the student also themselves same thing they will go out and say. And recently I was telling many, see that is applied to many of the bank managers also. Most of these bank managers after their engineering degree, they wrote the bank entrance exam. Engineering is meant for a bank entrance exam, but they have to get a job. And with their math skill and all, somehow they all, most of them, vast majority are from the engineering field. So in what way both are related? And another question, what kind of job satisfaction? See, you have gone for job, the engineering with the certain, you have certain preconceived ideas, but we are finding that life is not so easy, rosier. That's what I said, resilience. I used to say, come whatever is way, you take it. Because in the earlier days, we have a lot of choices. Now it has gone up. But anyway, this statement I am saying here, that is because of this 2025 World Economic Forum, what they say. It is a clear-cut message for all of us. If you are seeing TCS and Wipro or any international company are saying that, often the degree requirements, they are not satisfied degree requirements. And so what the message is, we are not at all needed with the kind of training skill we are giving to them. And next one, what does the future of work look like in India? It's a very key message for all of us. That's what I said. We are in a very tough time. All the teachers of this space, I would say we are in a critical juncture. Disruption of technology, that term you heard so many times. But what kind of disruption? That's what just now mentioned. So what's happening now? Now the jobs are all going to be in the area of this field, whether it is in social science or linguistics or in the any field for matter, technology related roles, because a lot of technology has come out. You cannot do anything without technology. You can just think living without internet and Google. That's the same way. Now there are other things are also coming up that I will show you. Then opportunities are going to be in, because these are the new areas, big data, AI and machine learning, cyber security, and that is where. So those who are not having expertise, upskilling, reskilling become necessary. No point in saying this is not my area. I am purely from this branch of science or subject. I have not touched computer and I don't want to. That won't help you. Okay, so that's why it's a reskilling and upskilling. Okay, so AI or all these tools, now we teach us how to understand what exactly is happening, what are the possibilities, and must attend some refresher courses or training courses and see. And with that courses training, you have to find on your own what you can do with that subject. Sorry, the AI in your subject. And students know definitely they will be marching ahead of us. They have time and they have the curiosity. And the next, the blue color, India's key labor market trend. Ultimately, why the students are in your college? Why? They are not there to study some agriculture or anything. They are there to get some skill, and they are expecting with the degree they will get into somewhere as a job and all. So, one moment, yes. The question, this World Economic Forum Executive Opinion Survey, they say that India falls behind when it comes to the ease of finding skilled employees in the local labor market. And what do you mean by local labor market? Those are the students we are letting out from our institute with the UG, PG, PhD. Companies are, this is what they're filling, and they are filling vacancy by hiring foreign labor. Doesn't mean foreigners alone. People with more of expertise in that line. Maybe international universities or anywhere those who are gone abroad are coming, or might be that. Okay. The next one, Indian companies. Yeah, this already we have seen. So this is the background. Now so that's what I said. It's a warning signal, and we have to take care of it. And then next one out of slides will like that. Okay, India Skills Report 2024. Okay, and there also World Economic Forum. Yeah, it is India Skills Report. So what it says, 65% of our high school students, plus two students. Urban area, I leave it, because urban area, they maybe have a certain kind of idea, but others know, they do not know what exactly to study. Okay, so what happened? They join for whatever comes their way. Person with no interest in zoology, sorry, botany and zoology joining zoology, botany, because seats were available there. Or out of what parents' compulsion going for physics, chemistry, or mathematics or commerce, though he is not at all interested. This is what. So ultimately, they get degree ill-equipped for, and this is all not you and me. Okay. Then schools also, what do they do? And that is what the international or a well-reputed country, yeah, other developed countries and vary. They follow. Here we follow traditional examination-centric curriculum. Career and no way. Okay. So ultimately, what happened? And this is the key point. Career counseling platform, Mindler 2020. It is from their website, and their data says majority of Indian students, 93%, they know only 7 conventional careers: doctor, engineer, lawyer, CA, teacher, IAS, IFS, civil services, or management, MBA. Majority. But what this platform says, currently in the modern economy, there are 250 career options are there across 40 domains. How many of us know it? If someone comes to us now, how many of us are able to mentor or guide our students properly? Okay. So what happens ultimately, students, what do they do? They will be pursuing careers not fit for them, because they want to be doctor, engineer. Yeah, plus two, in India, what's happening, like all want to be doctor, engineer, everyone. But they may not be good for that. And what about the industry? Industry on the other side, waiting for some people. And why they are going for the job? Family and society pressure. Okay, anyway, that part I'm leaving. Then the modern economy, 250 career options, I said, and there are 14 domains. And I have listed a few domains, all of them not, I won't be, because you just have a glance over it. The left side is a domain, and right side is the career options are there. Engineering itself, yeah. There are robotics engineer, environment engineer, robotics engineer, and a lot of feature now that you will be, I'll be showing you certain sites, and then you will come to know why it is like that. Data scientists, not the other kind of engineering alone. Then you go to in the middle some design and creative arts. I'm not picking everyone. Okay, one or two. UX designer, fashion stylist, game designer. A lot of options are there. Students who are taste in that lane, but the parents and the family and the society will not allow them to be like that. Okay, and then social science, okay, hospital tourism, event manager. Whether you like it or not, they make money. Travel consultants, some are good for that. Event management is it's a task. It's not an easy task, but there are courses. Okay. Then sports psychologist, theater director, copywriter, art therapist, landscape architect. There are so many career options other than the 7 domains. So this is what they say. The modern economy is of, and the question, some domains only mentioned here, and what kind of exposure to the sample career options with your degree, my college degree, students can be channelized too. Okay. And next part. And before that, no, I am proceeding like that. If you are not difficult, because Hindi, I'm not familiar. So what you can do, we have studied. Yeah, if you want to be that difficulty there, no, you can put the CC on, and you'll get the translated version. Okay, that's option. So I'll be proceeding this line. You are listening, and I said after a few slides, no, then it will be some videos and all. Otherwise, afternoon is very difficult to continuously listen to preaching, keep on hearing this and all. Okay. So are you all there? Can I continue at this phase or should I reduce my phase? Someone say something. Nilma Miss, thank you very much. And you are from the beginning keeping it camera on, and that is, I'm very happy because otherwise, no, it is something like you are talking to blackboard and no response means no. Yeah, so I will proceed like this. Okay, so you are seeing the no response, nothing from the, at least you put message there. Interactions may or may not happen, but you can, what you can do, you can put your messages, and definitely I'll be chat box, no, I'll be seeing the messages, and then I will be answering that later. Okay, occasionally. Okay, so and then what are the World Economic Forum? This is international task, they are saying. International data. Fastest growing jobs are where? Big data specialists already have shown you from some domains. Generally, the current trend, next 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, and these are the areas. And one or two are missed here, that is solar energy I can place here. That should be solar panels all going to be, definitely. A lot of demand is going to be there. Okay. So big data specialists, you know why there will be big data specialists will be there? Because advancements in AI and information processing. Then fintech engineers. Yeah, that's all about digital access, digital banking, online financial services. So many companies, and now people are moving from FD, gold, everything towards mutual funds and everything, share market and all. In addition to that, number of other firms, number of offerings are there. Then AI and machine, you will know that. Software developer, software and application developer, not the person who is studying, not that kind. Okay. Because lots of apps and lots of software is coming up. And next one, autonomous cars. Now we are all with electric vehicle and gearless vehicle. The next is autonomous vehicle. Already it has come. Previously we used to watch such kind of things in Bond movies only. It is a possibility. It will happen another 5-10 years, and they all know the jobs will be there. That's what they say. Electric vehicle specialists, EV, that's still there. And then all these, solar panel already mentioned. The next one, yeah. And then what are the subdivisions of one? Well, like I see fintech engineers. So, what are the growth drivers? Rise of mobile banking, digital finance, then platforms, online platforms are coming up. Key functions, building gateway pathway, blockchain apps are needed, cyber security, all these are the fields. Okay, so that part I'm skipping. And this is the one you must read it very carefully. What is written here? Fastest economic, World Economic Forum, future of jobs, fastest declining, clerical posts, secretary workers, because it's all going to be automated, computers and robots, and then they can do that. Smart machines. Next one, cashier and ticket clerks. Yeah, most of this clerk, okay, ticket clerks and all. So now the online platform, what is going to happen to them? How many of us going to the different banks and all? Now, how do you pay your KCB or sorry, electricity bill or water bill and all? We will reach a stage. Now it is there only because your parents or there are illiterate people are there. Now the present generation with education and all, another 10 years, all these will go. Who will go to a bank office or who will go to who have the time to go to a electricity office, water office, or any office for that matter? It will be replaced by online payments certainly. Then bank tellers, data, what are the bank? How many of you go to banks nowadays? State Bank of India, Union Bank of India. Where do we have the time? We do internet banking. Very rarely we go unless you have some gold or something to what we call mortgage there. Am I right? Nobody is saying anything. No comments. No. Yeah, I don't know. Is it all facts? Okay. Again. Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you. So this is the reality. This is what happening after 5 years. And printing workers, those who studied computers with after degree, many of them for computer jobs, computer institutes, and spend a lot of money, and ultimately what happened? Okay, so that is the many startup computer centers, and now who needs about you? Everyone is having not one computer. Each one is having their own laptop at home. So that's all. And last one, accountants and auditors. Yeah, they may be needed, but with the arrival of all these softwares and all, apps and all, now what's going to happen? Why do you go to accountant and auditor? Mostly, your auditing is there. I mean, the software can do it. So all these are the big questions. Fastest declining jobs are there. Now, many of our international, sorry, our IT-related questions, you ask many of these AI apps, they will tell you clear-cut idea. You do this, you do that. That's all. That's all. Earlier, no, we need advice. So these are no. And what we are doing in India, we are training our students in this field. And what is going to happen with all the kind of training students, they do not know because they are mostly careless. But now they are slowly realizing. I'll come to that point later. So that's why, see, this is a global trend, not India alone. So first we have seen fastest jobs. One side with, yeah, jobs are there. It doesn't mean jobs are not going to be there. That I didn't tell you. The World Economic Forum says there are 170 million new jobs by 2030. At the same time, more than half of this number, newly created jobs, 92 million, will be displaced. And that's what I said. These jobs all will be displaced. This bus conductor, railway TT. Now you know what's happening in the metros. And you just walk in and you walk out. That's all. The same mechanism will come in all these institutions. So clerks, that all will go. And we are training students for that. And what is going to happen? Okay. Then we will go to another section that is about the world population level. And this is what biologists and social science people know what it exactly it is. It is the pyramid. What pyramid? Demographic pyramid, population, age structure, and all. Okay. So we call it as the age class birth distribution. Age class population pyramid. This is a population pyramid. This is not a pyramid because population pyramid is character of growing population. You can see the base will be broader. Lots of younger states are there, 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, age class 1, age class 2, like that. So till the age of, see here up to this level, no, suddenly up to here from 0 to 35, the first 5 age classes, no, there you are seeing the pyramid shape is maintained. Then thereafter it started tapering. Why? Because the number is coming down in the other generation. Okay, so that particularly. At the same time, on the right side, left side is that of China. So India is the 1.45 billion 2024. Now it is 1.46 billion. Okay, and on the other side, China, you are seeing 1.42 billion now. Okay, that is okay. So India, and what happened? We are saying we have more younger states that you can see very obvious. You look at the first age class, 0 to 5 or 0 to 4. India, male 4%, China 1.9%, half the population. So by the time after another 20 years, when these kids are 5 now become 35 and all, we'll say that is by now it is 25. By 2050, China will be having only half the population, or nearly. Not this is hypothetical because there are other age class also. And then the next one, 5 to 10, 4.3 in India now. The same time, China, 5 to 10, age class, only 3%. So 3%, 4% like that. So yeah, that is because of the policy. And also we were all happy, glorified, and our newspapers, you are seeing, yeah, India is going to be a big superpower in the coming period and all, because we have 65 of the population under age 35. 65%. Whereas China is having only 41%, this branch. But the 2024 data about the unemployment, it showed that we have one big problem. 2025, people of this age group, those who are coming out from there, 45% are without jobs, no employment. You may ask, no, yeah, there are some, but the kind of employments they are expecting. You can be a sweeper or cleaner or anything, no, that's a manual, that's a different thing. But you are for that, you are not training your students. Your students after degree, PG, when they come out, engineering and all, even now medical, medicine, all is the same thing. Okay, because skill development, why it's happening? Companies are there, but they need people with practical learning skills, industry relevant skills, life skills also. What is life skills? How to handle people, how to live in a difficult environment. Just theoretical learning, 80%, 90%, 100% mark, first rank, second rank, third rank, and I am the topper in the class. You isn't it? I am out. Won't help. Instead, a person with the life skills, how to move in a group, teamwork and all, that's all. Then skills, not paper mark. He will be in demand. Okay. And this is one recent Hindu article. You read it carefully, the title. August 29. Today it is 24th September. India's demographic dividend as a time bomb. Time bomb means it is something which is going to blast. Why? Imagine if I showed you 2024 data, unemployment 45%, youngsters are not happy. Another 5 years, the number will be keep on increasing. What may happen? That is a bomb. People who are, that's what I asked you 20, 25 years ago. Suppose you are not getting a job, what could have been your frustration? And those days, at least we can say number of institutions, degree, PG, everything was low. Now everywhere, so much of money they are taking. Whether they're taking the right institution or not, we do not know. But all are employed. Sorry, all are with education. And that too with the all engineering degree, most of them. Most of the parents are under debt. But where are the jobs? Parents will be tormenting the kids. And the kids, what they will do? I'm not talking about 2, 3 years old, 20, 25 kids. No. They will be coming out and they will protest. They will protest. And that will not be a good signal for the country. That's what that article says. It may lead to. Imagine you are all living in a place with the 1 lakh, 1 lakh salary, and the people around you are with just hardly unable to meet their day-to-day needs, 20, 25,000 and all. They will be jealous. But when the essential, when they face some urgency, they will, that is a problem. Like, okay, so this is a situation we may run into. Large population, youth population is fine. If they are getting job, good. Otherwise, it will be a liability. A very good article it is. And then why it has happened also we have to see. And you are wondering why I'm saying that. In the beginning I said we are in a difficult task. We are now with all the same style. We are going on Industrial Revolution 1 and 2. What happened? We have to see that. Industrial Revolution 1, what happened? Actually, what is Industrial Revolution 1? And that is a period when steam engine, somebody discovered that you have an engine powered called, this instrument, machine is there that can take you from Bombay to Delhi, Delhi to Calcutta within no time. Earlier then, till then, people were like that, you see, moving with animal power. If you are in Europe, you would have been moving like this. Otherwise, it would have bullock cart. Here it is bullock cart. Imagine your parents and, not parents, grandparents and all moving in a bullock cart. By 1940, 50 only, all these instrument machines started coming to India also. Before that, you ask your grandfather or great-grandfather if they are alive, what was the mode of transportation, except in a few places. Generally, people were confining themselves to their village, rural area. Even going out for education was tough. Parents were not sending their female kids. Even now also that is there. I'm talking 100 years ago. So it all transformed with the arrival of these machines. What happened? Transportation became easier. Here you can see bullock cart used for not only tilling. Now it is tractor, everything gone. The bullock cart is used for pumping up water. This is a well, and this is how water was pumped up earlier. Okay, and this is the same animal used for movement also. Bullock carts. Okay, so age of horse also same thing. And in another part of the world, maybe donkey or might be that Himalaya and all. Okay, so it all revolutionary transformation, and people could move out. And number of factories came, urbanization, factories, rural areas, movement, economic transformation, jobs were there. Villages, those days there were a lot of all in India, especially caste system was there, and it was very difficult to get a job or no ownership of land, everything, big problems. Still there, but it was earlier. Okay. So that's why Industrial Revolution 1 happened, 1760, 1840. That's what I asked you. We are all in the 2025, 150 years, asked to grandfather, great-grandfather only knowing it. So this machine discovered and a lot of steam engine, then steam engine came. Okay. So with the arrival of factories, what happened? Jobs came. So that is the question. You just think about that. People, you are no factory, nothing at all. You are in an isolated room area, and what options are there? You will be doing some agriculture. That's all. No internet, no TV, nothing. That is something which we find very difficult to think about now. And water and all from the well directly or carrying like this. That's all. And no light also. Okay. So human, so Industrial Revolution 1. So and read this part carefully, the title. Industrial revolutions represent major shifts in how goods are produced. Goods are produced by technological level advancements on number one. And then with each revolution, what happened? Industry, economy, society underwent transformation. That's what I said. Society, agrarian society, they started moving to town. Society, industry, arrival of jobs, economy, yeah, rural economy. It became urban economy or semi-urban and all. And next one, Industrial Revolution 2. Next phase, electricity came. Electricity, 1870, 1914. These years, no, you may forget because no, it may be 1940, 1920, 30 also. Anyway, so during that period, what happened? Electricity, with the arrival of electricity, what happened? Factories which got established with the steam engine, it became more bigger in size. So a lot of steel factory, chemical industry, cloth factory, a lot of factories came. I'll take you to another diagram. You see that if you are in 1930 or 1920, yeah, you would have been working in a factory like this. You remember the movie Modern Times, 1936 period. It represents the kind of scenario, assembly lines. Assembly, you assemble one part, next person another part. You are not fully doing anything at all. So this concept by Henry Ford started in that one. But there are also unskilled workforce. And to understand more about it, I'll take you to a video. Okay, so as I said, no, it is difficult to sit in the afternoon listening continuously. And you see this movie 1936 Modern Times. So when the movies are produced, and that represents the social scenario at that time and the mindset of people of that time. So please wait one moment. I'll take you to this video. One moment. So this is from this movie. I'm showing a clip only, not the entire one. The later, no, as I said, I will be sharing the links. You can watch it later. Even otherwise, also you would have seen it. And this is just to show you during the industrial phase two, industrial revolution phase two, how was life and what is an assembly line, and what kind of mentality people were having after continuously working in a factory like this for a period of time. But anyway, they got job. Section 5, So the remaining part and like that similar. So the scenario what I have shown you here is the assembly line and what happens and what was the working condition, what was the kind of job opportunities. Anyway, so that is Industrial Revolution 2. Okay. Then we go to the next one, Industrial Revolution 3. So what is the point here? Industrial Revolution 2. Yeah. And then what happened? So what are the requirements here? All this period, human resource. Yes, it was needed. Large unskilled workforce. Yes. Number 3, we are part of it. 2025 now, we must be 20, 30, 40, depending upon your age. We are also into it. 1950, 2000. What happened? Digital and automation started arrival. Machines became automated setups. Manufacturing became more efficient with computers and robots and all. Okay. So this is Japan's car industry, automation. They started the so-called the concept of robotics. Okay, started coming up. And then added to that, computers, arrival of computers by 1990, I would say. 95, 98 computers came. But by 1990, 91, 90 period is the time when all these MS-DOS and Windows and all it became so common. People started buying more and more computer. So what happened? With this period, workforce, it has become necessary to learn, adapt by learning new skills to manage digital technology. Imagine the kind bank managers now and the bank managers some 20 years ago. No computer, and those days it was all entry in the book. Now, can you imagine a bank staff or any government staff, any more financial market specifically without digital technology? Yes, speak like it is just entering data into the computer only. They have agreed, or entering data into various tools. Sorry, what softwares. If you do not know that, what chance is there? So we must be knowing. Oh, sorry, I didn't share that slide, and if someone should have to tell me, otherwise, no, I may miss it. Or have I shared it? Yes, it is already shared. Okay, fine. Yeah, this is the one. Third industrial revolution, digital and automation. So computer automation. So you just think about you were in the this difficulty I have seen during 2020, COVID. That was the greatest leveler of everything. What happened during COVID period? Even those teachers who were against using PowerPoint and the computer and laptop for education, what happened to them? Anything happened? Everybody, entire transformation, entire colleges and schools happened. All bought computers, internet connection, everything everyone has taken. Students also, even high school, happy UP, school, everybody got laptops and not laptops or smartphones. Somehow, internet also came. Parents were so then it was a sudden transformation. My question here: imagine a teacher is saying, "No, I'm totally against digital technology, computer, and all." What would have been his place in 2010? Sorry, 2021. Definitely, the management would have thrown him out. It was not possible to teach anything without the basics of it. So this is what we call digital technology. Only those who have the skills in digital technology can survive. We all went for reskilling, upskilling, everything we did. And then another scenario, what I have seen, practical experience is the case of internet banking. Many bank managers who are on the verge of retirement, just 2, 3 years to go, they suffered like anything. They are the managers, they are not knowing internet banking. Many took VRS. But the present day generation, as I said, they are with mostly back. They are all smart in that. So this is what we call, along with the industrial revolution, when digital technology or automation is coming, you have to match up with that. Otherwise, what may happen? We become outdated. So what skill is required here? Digital skill. Okay. And we go to the most important one. Now we are in this phase. What is the problem here? This is the phase where we are seeing what? All automation, robotics, smart factories, self-learning machines, AI, 3D printing, cloud computing, no pen drive, no CD, nothing. All data your mobile goes to cloud. So Yeah, and then arrival of smart factory. What is smart factory? So I better I stop talking about it. Just see one another video, then you will understand. And this is from one automobile industry only. There are vast majority. Here I'm going to show the video which came out in Tesla when they introduced this concept first, but thereafter now all the companies, now Volkswagen and Honda, Toyota, everybody use the thing. And what's the title says? Tesla, for them to make a car, they boasted at that time they are the number one in the world and all, but that is all boom, doomed. Now you know Chinese domination and everything, they are out. So Tesla builds a new car every 30 seconds. Imagine a new car within every seconds. You put it 1 minute, massive production. So it work in such factories who are, this is all possible with computer assisted with the arrival of smart factories, and where the machines or the robots or machines, they are communicating, they are doing analyzing data just like a human being, making decisions automatically. And this is a scenario in the many of the developed countries, and you will witness more of it. And to catch up with them, developed countries or developing country, whatever might be, that if you don't catch up with them, your products will become unsold and the price margin will be very high. You cannot survive. Anyway, I'll take you to another video. And this is the one of the I would say classic video which I would request each one of you to understand why we need to change and what is the significance of all this NEP and skill and all. And if we continue with what we are doing to our students with the kind of technology which are we offering now, what will be their plight? And they will understand within a very short period of time, these colleges or this degree, PG and all, this is not going to bring us any job. So we have to do something else. I'll take you.
Top manufacturing companies in the world just 5 years later. So Tesla makes a few different cars, like the Model S, X, and 3, and they all go together a little differently. But for the sake of today's example, we're going to focus just on Tesla's most popular vehicle, the Model Y, and specifically the Model Y variation that they are building at the Gigafactory in Texas, because this is the most clear example of how Tesla makes a vehicle in a way that no other company on Earth can match. The first stage of this process is going to be fabricating the various panels and vehicle structure that make up the Model Y body. To do that, Tesla is going to use a process called stamping. This is pretty simple. You have two halves of a die mold that hold the shape of the part that you want to make. Then you place a sheet of metal in between those two halves. Typically, that's going to be aluminum, and then the machine stamps down on that sheet of metal to form it into the design. There are going to be dozens of these stamping machines involved in fabricating all of the components in the body structure. The next step from there is going to be piecing them all together. That's where the big robot arms and conveyor belts start to come into play. They are welding together all of those stamped pieces to begin forming the skeleton of the Model Y body, moving from one robot down the line to the next, each one adding a new piece of the puzzle. This is what they call the body in white stage of the process. The car is not actually white at this point. It doesn't have any paint at all. I don't know why they call it that. But once the skeleton frame is complete, they're going to start attaching all of the body panels, like the fenders, the doors, the hood, and the trunk. These can't just be slapped on by robots. So there are going to be workers attaching and bolting down all of this bodywork. In theory, they would be ensuring that everything is fitted perfectly straight and even. But in practice, Tesla has been known to fall short on that aspect, though apparently Giga Texas is turning that around with nice, tight fits on the bodywork. From there, we go on to the paint shop, where the assembled body gets sprayed with primer and then sanded down to a level surface. Then it goes through a whole series of spraying and dunking and drying sessions, getting multiple layers of paint and gloss, depending on the finish. White is the easiest, that's why it's the cheapest. red is the most complicated with multiple layers of color and metallic speckles, and that's why it's more expensive. After the paint is dried, buffed, and polished, the body goes off to have all of the interior paneling fitted, the electronics wired up, and the glass installed. Now, simultaneous to all of that, there's going to be a separate process going on to manufacture the Model Y's underbody and powertrain. For that, they're going to start with a structural battery pack. This creates the central frame section of the vehicle, in addition to holding all of the 4680 battery cells, along with the integrated cooling and electrical architecture. Then to that battery pack, they are going to directly bolt on the front and rear Giga castings, and that is the entire underbody ready to go in a few steps. The electric motors are then integrated into the Giga castings, one in the front and one in the back. Each is connected through a gearbox into the drive axles for all four wheels. The suspension is all tied into the castings, and the brakes and wheels are added to create a finished body directly on top of the frame and powertrain assembly. The two are connected together by a series of bolts all around the perimeter of the structural pack and castings. From there, the Model Y gets the finishing touches from a team of people doing the final quality control. Again, in theory, this is where any defects and issues are identified and fixed before the vehicle rolls out to be delivered to the customer. Now, that is how the process works at Giga Texas, and it's fairly similar at Giga Shanghai. So now you have some additional context for how incredible it is that all of that can be done so efficiently that they can produce a brand new Tesla every 30 seconds at the Shanghai factory. Have you heard of the...
You're all there. So you have seen how this all one more. One moment. NEP. So this is not only this company alone. There are so many other companies. Just one minute from another one also, like Volkswagen. Not the entire video. I'm just. Yeah, that's all. So this is how, as I said, we were talking about the fourth industrial revolution and how the industries work and what kind of jobs are available there. Not only in car companies alone, there are other companies also, other industry fields also, whether it is in the cookery field or in the agriculture, same thing. That's what we call fourth industrial revolution. Lot of transformation is happening, and highly skilled, talented individuals who can develop, manage, and run such advanced system, only they are in demand. This is from the Volkswagen. And then agriculture field, all same thing. Robotic harvesters, AI-driven tractors, autonomous drones, and this is a scenario. Okay, so they are able to do lots of agricultural job on their own. I mean, this will show you that part. I'm skipping. Okay, so yeah, and then next one, coming to India, food processing, robotic arms for sorting and sealing, cooking station, smart packaging system. One moment, because sometimes no, it is always better seeing is believing. Otherwise, this is about food industry. So the point here is there are so many other videos. I'll share you the links later. You people, please view on your own. Okay. So what happened? So what I want to say, there are videos. Yeah. Then textile garment industry, same thing. Robotic sieving machine, garment handling, cutting machines. There are so many links are there. Okay, we'll share it later. Oh no, the PDF I share with you. And then there's another wonderful video. There are nearly 500 million pencils are made in Chinese factory. Same kind of automation. So what the point here? What is happening? Not in our colleges and universities, most probably, but this is what happening outside. And when our students go out seeking jobs, what skills companies need? Companies are looking to run now this kind of institutions, and there are such specific skills. So it's all fourth industrial revolution. Millions of jobs are there, okay, but the existing job displacement is also there. Inequality also there. That's because of, so half the global post reskilling is necessary. So that is a reskilling revolution. So what we got to do? Skill requirement shift, growing demand for highly skilled workers, technology, programming, AI. That is what already I mentioned. And then large population benefit or not? Yes, it is a benefit. Otherwise, it's a time bomb. That's what I said. If they are having the adaptation and training, and with countries with large population, I underline countries with large population, best example China. Focus will be, and they will be investing education, and with that they have economic impact also they'll be making. Companies with new skills and all, sorry, countries with young population that can maintain, grow economic power. Okay, so if the workforce is educated and skilled in relevant technologies, large population will be beneficial. Otherwise, as I said, time bomb. There are other articles you can refer later. It's a very serious subject. Ultimately, what is the aim of education? Academic part, scientific part, research part, they all leave. Ultimately, whether I want to be a researcher or whatever might be that, it is bread and butter, earning, supporting parents and all. We need job and job market. What exactly the job market demand we have to offer? Otherwise, going to be a big trouble. And we'll go to the next phase. Yeah, now this is what we see. The GDP wise is also last year made us happy to see that India is one among the 10 largest GDPs of the world, and we are fourth now, fifth earlier. 2024 data it is very good news. And these figures: US 30 trillion, China 19 trillion, it said 20, Germany $4 trillion. All these largest economies in the world, and we are marching, and definitely we are also growing because it's a very good news. But when you compare with the top one, that's okay. They have been there traditionally. What was the second one? China, 1985, and that is a period they were poorer than us. Per capita income of their country was lower than us. Now it is not the scenario. They are the second GDP, highest GDP, and their total GDP is 28 trillion. You say it is India for 5 times ahead of us, 5 times richer. Per capita income, very sad figure, 2024. All these 10 countries, all the others are with 5-digit figures. We are with 4-digit. That means we have GDP is fine, but we have a lot of poor people. But the question here is not that. How come China, it has become such a big economic power and all? Education, skill development, productive and skilled workforce. This realization you are reading every day in paper. Every day. Today also, I think I remember us. Import is growing. Export is the other way. Import from China. Okay. So that takes us to the next one. Link between education, economic development. This is a very serious stuff. It is by Hanushak and Ladjar Waseman, great economics and finance experts. Econometrics is a field, and their statement: economic growth is a function of cognitive skill of the population. The one which we said already, skills of the population. If the population is skillful, economic growth will happen. And this is based on their data, 40 years of data. They analyze from Latin America, South America, Argentina, Brazil, Chile, all those countries. Huge one. The entire continent, and 40 years. And what they have seen that these Latin American countries, they are all governments are spending so much of money, World Bank, or whatever might be that they're ending money, schools, colleges, but economic growth is not happening. What is the reason? And they found out that that is related to cognitive skills of its population. And this cognitive skills of population that can be tested. International tests are there, population. International measures of math, science skills, critical thinking, problem solving skills of the population. It is something like the IELTS exam. What happens to the IELTS exam? Am I showing this slide? Yes. What happens to the IELTS exam? Everybody goes for the IELTS exam. Some comes out of the 6, 6.5, 7, 7.5, 8. What is the difference? You are all there. What is the difference? This is a requirement to get admission in most of the top-rated institutions in the world, especially those who wants to get into American universities, European universities, many of them. And there is a condition, IELTS English. With 7.5 only, you are eligible to apply, even for PhD, MSc, anything for that matter. It's an international test. Similarly, there's another test to test the skills. But here what happened, it is the entire country. 5,000 people, 5,000 students from the country is selected, and they are writing the test. Okay, and that data will give us an idea what is the cognitive skill of that population. And the test is known as PISA, same thing, funny name, PISA. And this concept and all, PISA, yeah, the test is developed by another one, but anyway. So PISA test goes for the cognitive skill. And what is the cognitive skill? Cognitive skill means our mind skill, your cognitive skill means our thinking capacity, our learning capacity, remembering capacity. If you have one or two kids, one will be having more cognitive skill, other one will lower. Can't blame them because that is inbuilt, genetical, but environment to certain extent. Anyway, both are there. That part I'm leaving. What is cognitive skill? That is the capacity of our brain to use, think, and learn. And remembering capacity. Remembering is first step. Okay. So these are the essential for learning, problem solving, and all. So the education would happen when you are sending me or you, when sending my child to the school. The first step is lower order thinking skills he get, basic education, learner. Then he gets the higher order. He gets the higher order thinking skills. He will be having analyzing capacity, evaluating capacity, creating capacity. You do not have to tell him anything. He knows everything. You are given education, so now he analyzes, he takes evaluates, he takes decision, and he makes his own means. That is the last part. That is the pinnacle of the education. Bloom's taxonomy, higher order thinking skill we are giving the kid means he is successful. That's all. Your kid. Instead of that, if you are analyzing, if you are evaluating, if you are doing it for your kid, you are making him as a failure. Spoon feeding, that does it. Okay, so this is the basic. So lower order thinking skill means remembering, understanding, applying. Remember, yeah, that is what happening in our. We do that. Our colleges and all. We study a lot of them, and then ultimately they memorize a lot of them. They understand everything. They apply everything or whatever is there. Beyond that, cognitive skill, analyzing capacity. How many of them have? Evaluating capacity on their own, how many of your students or your own children, how many of them have got from the schools and colleges. And this is where the international education or the education in the many other countries differs. Students are independent. They make their own decision. Here they make decision, but not academically. Anyway, so analyzing capacity, evaluating, and the last one is most important. So when I tell you evaluating capacity, it's a simple thing. You tell your student to go for the one very good movie and ask them, see the movie and write an article, review article, or you give them research topic from your area. How many of them can do the correct evaluation? They will go for AI tool, and that's what you must be wondering. But I used to ask my students, yeah, AI, interview, who will be there to support you? I'll be asking question. You are going to look into the AI and are going to answer me? No. And employment, who is going to employer? He also will be doing the same thing. Employee-employee relationship is there. If you are the person, yeah. So if you're talented, you will survive. Nothing else. Okay. So third one is creativity. And that's what. How many of our students? Suppose you have 30 students. One student you have taken is good in writing a research paper along with you. Then you'll be wondering why is it not yours? Yeah, we are. But both of now join together because I have a number of good students and I got the advantage always. They help me. But when I'm having a stupid student, all the job I have to do. He doesn't have creativity. That's all. Designing an experiment, research problem, composing music. It's all. If all the music is coming from one part of the world, movies are coming from one of the world, what does it mean? And if we are not more going wise movies, what does that mean? Then it may be a solar panel or it may be a wind turbine. All this, creativity. Okay, that's what I say. So creativity, the pinnacle of cognitive skill. And with education, we are supposed to get it. And why we come to this level? That's what this fellow said. Anushak and Wasserman said, economic growth is determined by the cognitive skill of the population. So if Indian population is good with cognitive skill, the country will be growing. And this is not very ideal data. This is based on this international test. I told you about IELTS test. Similarly, there is another test called OECD. OECD is an organization of this many countries. I'll share the videos because now I don't have time to explain. That's why I'm speeding up. 38 member countries, and they have very good intentions only education, improving education system across the world. And this thing now, which I like very much, the question they are asked on the website: how can we prepare students for jobs that have not yet been created? And societal challenges we cannot yet imagine, and to use technology that have not yet been invented. This was been their aim in 2015, because there was a project called Future of Education Skills in 2013, 2015. They all sat together, they planned like that, what teachers and students have to do. Anyway, that part I'm leaving. OECD's organization. So OECD is conducting test known as the PISA test once in 3 years. Plus two students, not plus two, 10th and 11th students, 5,000 from each country has to go and sit it. And it is just 2 hours. And based on the set results, so what the student has to do? Students will be given questions from science, maths, and reading, and all they have to do and do something. No by hearting, nothing at possible. Ability to solve problems in unfamiliar condition. Okay. So here what you see from 80 countries, all over the world, 198, 195 countries. Among them, only 80 countries are willing to wrote it. And who are the number one toppers consistently? And that should be a rude shock for all of us and a shame for us also, because we are not in it. Toppers are always South Asian countries. 2022, Singapore, China, Japan, not entire China, but anyway, Japan, Taiwan, South Korea, they are the toppers international test. Not Belgium, Sweden, US, Denmark, nothing. But they are in the top 20. Okay. And there is the bottom 20 also there. But they also participated. Okay. What about India? We wrote once. Government of India with very good intentions send our kids, and among the 74 we were number 73. Remember? Yeah. Anyway, thereafter government did not send it. And Singapore, which was number 5 in 2009, they are the number 1 in the world. And what's the importance of the test? This is a global picture. This article is there in the Wikipedia. There are links also. This is the PISA test, world ranking. Here you can see the green color toppers and the red color failures, not failures, the low scorers, and then this magenta color, yeah, they're middle level. And the others are this gray color didn't write. Africa did not write, Russia did not write, India did not write. Okay. Green color, Canada, America, and all. Then again, here, no, many of the European countries are there. Germany, all those things. They are the top 20. Australia also there. Then here comes the catch. It takes the entire Asia, such a big continent. Only Southeast Asian countries are there. And that is what actually this man was telling Latin American Brazil. Why, with all the education given to Brazil and all these countries, they are not with cognitive skill, Latin American Brazil. And the other side is there, why the Southeastern countries are so good in level, and that they link to the so-called Southeast Asian miracle. Sorry, East Asian miracle. 60s, 90s period, South Korea, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Singapore, they are all economic growth, extraordinary economic growth. They shifted from basic agrarian economies to global hubs. How it became possible? That is East Asian miracle. And where do we stand? Then you may at least know what is the importance of this test. This test enables us to understand where do we stand now globally. I have my students, when they come back from outside, they were weeping. Many of them got in Canada, top-rated universities. I'm not talking about the mediocre. And the top-rated European universities. They were saying, sir, we lack the capacity of those students. No, that is their experience, but not we are lacking it. But they are trained in different way. They are right instantaneously. They know what's happening outside the world. We know theory. And that is what. So identifying equalities, PISA enables us to understand where are we standing. If you are saying Southeast Asian countries are super, that means their education is better. Then understanding what works and what doesn't. If you are saying China is their education system, they are topper, Taiwan is topper, it is works in the world. Ours is not. Policy makers, Government of India, Education Ministry, all others, they have data. That is what PISA says, PISA test. Improve education system, NEP. What is the aim? Why you are sitting, you and me here? Last day, I know it's boring. Last day, what is our aim? Global perspective. But that's what I told you. If my students are being labeled as, yeah, they say, sir, we are being compared with Africa, Afghanistan, many African countries, not all. Afghanistan, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and that is what where do we stand? And these Chinese and all, they are not like as we assumed. So who told you to assume like that? They are smarter. Then accountability. Who is responsible? That is a question. If your student coming back to me when they are telling me that underlies what? The kind of education I given them, and 5 years they studied with me, And I am also accountable. Our system also accountable. Our government also accountable. And that is the core point of OECD's PISA test. And this survey, that is this PISA test, is a very good measure. And I remember reading from the education world, sorry, in the Wikipedia, this is a Wikipedia link I will share with you. Germany is not in this list. How do you feel about it? How do you feel about it? Top 20, Germany is not there. They are so unhappy. German government immediately, there was in 2022 to analyze World War I and II, whatever might be the role. They are the manufacturing hub, but now they are nowhere in the picture. That's what this test wise. Skill capacity, that means their kids are without skills. Skills are there, but not at the not like other countries. There the kids are good in mathematics, science, and reading. That's why. So then there is one more test is there that I am skipping. Now it is 3:26, another 3-4 minutes. I'll give a break. East Asian countries. That test also, that is known as the TIMS, Trends in International Mathematics and Science Study, run by once in 4 years. 4th and 8th grades. Finally, secondary school students are there. And it is run by the Boston College. And there also international average is 500. Grade 4 student, grade 8 student, grade 4 science, grade 8 science. Yeah. International average 500. We are not at all. We are not at all. And there also top pays are Singapore, China, Korea, Japan, those countries. Okay. So that's about the first part. If you have any questions, please ask me. Otherwise, no, I am little, yeah, you have to ask me a question. Otherwise, no, how can, I do not know how to assure whether you are there or not. But otherwise, no, I understand. Yeah, yeah. Is it meaningless or are you all there? You are following? I can continue. Now it is 3:30. Please, we'll take a break. At least a message you put in the group. Okay. Yeah, now it is 3:27. Okay. So I'll come back by 3:40. Please come. And I'll stop with one topic, one more interesting. You see that there is one interesting data. Who are the leading global exporters of agriculture? Earlier we were Chinese and then Indians, good in agriculture. Now the number one is export agriculture, I am saying. Number one, America. Okay, then you will say that is fine. Second one is the question, Netherlands, a small country. Size of Netherlands in compared to America is just like we are comparing Bangladesh or Sri Lanka with India. 1/200 size. They are the second largest one. Brazil is like India, big country. Germany, big country. Both Germanys. China, big country. Number 2 is Netherlands, and that doesn't end there. They are not using. They are the second largest one, using only less than 0.5% of their farmland. Small country, and they are industrial giant, technological giant, everything. But agriculture also, they are the second, but they are using only 0.5. How it is possible? They have the agricultural skills, and they have beaten Americans also in that. Here you can see water consumption. They use only 9 liters of water for tomato agriculture. America 127, global average 2013. And this one I'll end here. This should be a shocker for you. Average tomato yield for hectare in India, 20-25 tons, 1 hectare. Netherlands, 50-75 tons per hectare, but that is outside. But the technology with which they are using, they are getting 120, 250, 600 tons per hectare. Now we are reading in newspaper, we have a lot of problems from other countries saying, no, you have to open up your market and we will supply to you and all. Yeah, maybe US and all subsidies will be there, but there are other countries who have this level of productivity. It is not subsidized. They have the agricultural skill to beat India. 20, 50 tons versus 300, 400 tons. This tomato only I said, everything is like this. And pesticide also, no, that you will see the next video later after you come back. And this should be under shock. So where do we stand? And they have the technology, vertical indoor farming. That's what you are seeing here. And they are using light Plants know they require sunlight. It is an European country, and they found out that some plants can be grown with LED light. LED light. So don't make the plants sleep. Nighttime also let them work, grow. So this is what research idea. And another one is the use of precision agriculture, water and all. Then AI tools, robots are there, and this is the website of Philips India, not Philips India, Philips Netherlands, where they are saying strawberries with if they use their like kind of light, no, the strawberries will give better results. Indoor plants, greenhouse plants, and the greenhouses use this is what we call as technology. Okay, and then another thing which I let, yeah. So we will see after the break. Okay, so I put it. Yeah, is it okay? Fast or hard? Okay, I will cut down my speed, but this is yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I have one or two questions, and I will come to that. This doesn't mean no other fields are not there, anything at all. But this is a trend, like that's what I said. Like, okay, I know that these difficulties are my own subject, no botany, zoology, and not only languages and all. But that we will see in the coming slides. Okay, I'm coming to that point. Okay. So I'll be continuing. I hope you are all back. And this is about what I was telling you about the agriculture. So in the agriculture, yeah. So initially it was about industry. Now we are coming to agriculture, and the point what I want to highlight here, we have the freedom you are given to autonomous colleges or non-autonomous colleges and all. What courses, what programs to be, and what practicals, and what skills to be given to the students. We'll see that. Okay. So are you all there? So I'm starting. Okay. So what you see here now, as I said, this is a number. Yeah. Okay. So how come the second largest, the small country, and that too with using only 1% of their land? That is a question. Less than 1%, and they have the technology, agricultural skill, and these skills they got from their universities, their research. They found out what this lead light is. Either lead light is there. This is a technology. And then most shocking for me was not that alone. I'll show you here coconut fiber, and they are not using soil for alloy planting these growth plants. It is mostly it's a mixture of something else, volcanic rock heating, and that becomes fiber like. And second one is coconut fiber. What is coconut? Yeah, coconut fiber. Where in that country, coconut is not even in maybe may not be in many part other region of the country. When one moment. Suddenly. I'm sorry, I'll come back. Okay. So I was telling you about no the yeah. This is what no some more surprised me most actually. Coconut fiber generally the husk is a waste in southern part of the country. Yeah, some regions they are using, but earlier it was used as a substitute for firewood and all. But thereafter the arrival natural gas and all. Now it is not like that. Even you come to my region, there are you will see stockpile of all this. Okay, but there they found out that its fiber can be coconut fiber. That is no, that's what you are seeing, and the plant is a tomato plant. Okay, and you add some nutrient solution, and you'll get products like this. That's what we call a skill. Who taught them all this? The prime minister of that country or the politicians? Okay. So I'll take you to one video that will open up everything. And then some of you may think about, no, this is all possible in European countries. They are rich and all. See, the nearby countries like Azerbaijan, 10 years, they are using it. But it requires investment. Small farmers cannot do it, small scale level, because it requires huge investments are there. But for that, companies are there. Okay. Now I'll take you to another video, and that should be an eye opener. So what the skill and what the skill they're having and how it's all possible there. Okay. I'll take you to Netherlands video first, then little bit of a survey. One moment. You can put your comments in Hindi or English. No, Hindi I can make it out. Speed, yeah, I know that, but there are now all these links. it will be, I'll be sharing with you. And one moment, window, video, yes. Here it is, bell pepper.
Welcome now all farm.
This video is from one farm, greenhouse farm. All these are, remember, huge buildings, huge structures like this, 5 hectares and all. That's what I read. Hectare, 1 hectare, 2 hectare means, 1 hectare will be, yeah, quarter of a football ground. Okay. And you are seeing tall kids only. They are the students, because Scandinavian, the European region people are tall. And the roof of this building is covered with a transparent sheet, not a cover sheet. There are greenhouse gas plates are there. So light can enter during the season when it is available. Other season, it will be some other source of light. Okay. And inside here, no pesticides. It can be controlled. And remaining, you watch it. Yeah, this to just see the size of this one greenhouse you are seeing here. There are nearly 400 or 5,000 of them in the country. So I said about the roof of the greenhouse. This is covered with a transparent glass, not glass, plain material. It is tiltable. It can be opened and closed and all. Okay. So that's the final phase where the complete waste material that is after the harvest that is taken off. Then just one moment I take you to another small country, Azerbaijan, yeah, in the Russian part. And there also, because otherwise we may have feeling, no, that's so not, it's only rich countries can do this kind of things and all. But it has been there for many, many years. A few clips from that video also. Yeah, this says 20 hectares is the size of this particular greenhouse. 20 hectares. I said no, 1 hectare and 1.5 hectare is nearly equivalent to that of 1 hectare is you can consider as one football ground. Yeah, this is what I said. No, the plants are not grown in this. See, this is not a plastic bag. It is a decomposable one, degradable. And here the material used is not soil, instead rock fiber, okay, and coconut fiber in some cases. The plant needs no nutrients. That's all. And that's why it's a Baku Agro Park. Young employees among the local population and employment of the new generation. So now you got an idea what is happening in different regions of the world, whether it is richer or poor with their agricultural skills, they are marching ahead. And India, I do not know. And why? Okay, and this is the technology I said. They are using hydroponics also, that is water media, some plants. And substrate system, this I said. This coconut fiber I said. This is a rock fiber, volcanic rock heated up and okay. And India, what happened? That's what one article in it was in Hindu 1 month or 2 months ago. Hindu, yeah, March 2025. Productivity in cotton 450 kilo per hectare in India against 2,800 kilo hectare in Brazil. How can you compete with them? And they will export it. And they have the very videos. Lack of time, I'll share the sites with you. So this is what happening, and this is a back to India. This is from the February 2025 Hindu one article. Farmers are happy. Dried turmeric. How the turmeric is being tried in the Nizamabad agriculture. Nizamabad is in the Andhra Pradesh. Yeah, Telangana now must be. So what happens? See what you have to think about here. You are seeing 3 people walking here, laborers. And what is this technology? The same technology 1947, after 1947, for the past 150 years we have been using it. We are still going with the same technology, and we will say, yeah, rural farmers and they cannot invest all those things, but then bring in other means. But my question is not that. 3 people working here, their kids will be studying in the local colleges definitely. How many of them will go back and do the job, take up agriculture as a source of income? They will never, because it's very hot sun. Must be 30-40 because it's otherwise it's a very hot country. That part one, yeah, the Andhra Pradesh, Nizamabad region and all. And you compare it to what is happening in the video you show. The video I have shown you. And what are the pesticides and pest? All those Yeah, capsicum. Bell pepper is capsicum. And the kind of capsicum bell pepper which we buy, we are so afraid of our pesticide levels and all. There is no such, they are not bothered about all those employment opportunities. And then those skills they get, and from where all this developed, using coconut fiber, using, this is what we call as ingenuity, skill of the people. It has been properly used, and they have technology. And there was one very fine article from this IIT professor, which I refer name, Professor Jayan. He says that Indian industry is to be blamed because they, because of cheap labor, they don't support people like you and me coming out with some innovation technology. They will not provide fund, research fund. That question you'll ask me, from where to get the research fund? We will say DST, DBT, UGC. No, that is not the way it is working in abroad or in many other places. Industry support, local colleges, somebody comes with a good idea, industry will support, and industry will take it up. But here the industry knows that we have such a huge population, therefore ready to work for a poor, all these very low scales of it. It's true in Maharashtra. I'm sharing it right now. Is it all shared? You are seeing these slides or not? I don't remember. This one, this is what I said. And this is a scenario. Yeah, cotton 450 in India against 2000 or 800 in 1800 in Brazil. And then next one, yeah, this one was about the agriculture in Andhra Pradesh. So drying turmeric. See, this is not the technology to be. This is the old one, 100, 150. Oh, same old technology. We are moving without any change. How can we compete with these independent? The people with the right skills, modern skills, modern agriculture. This is ancient agriculture. We are still with it. So this article rightly criticized also. It's all about garment industry. He said here, India now it is three garment industry. Yes, we are all still we are in the top, but we have in level with Bangladesh and Vietnam more or less equal. They have reached in level with us. Bangladesh is small one, Vietnam is small country. Only some 10 years ago they became free and all those trouble internal troubles over. And the India, what happened? Modernization is not happening. Now added to that, recent all tariff war. You are hearing a lot about the American tariff war, Europe, whatever might be that. And now that is going to be another big blow to us. Because without technology, without development technology, nothing can. We are dependent so much on the other countries. Okay. And why it is there? For that, skills are not coming out from the colleges and universities or there. And the industry is blaming here. Industry is blamed. And then another one, the one which I showed you about agriculture. You remember, GDP, we are the fourth or fifth largest in the world, agreed. But out of the GDP, 17% only is from the agriculture. All other countries' income is from industry service sector. But in the agriculture, you read the red part, largest source of livelihood in India. Lots of people. 55% of country's total workforce is there. That is why our per capita income is also low. Agriculture is just 1 or 2% in Netherlands of their total economy, whereas in our economy 17%, but the people working there is 55%, and they get low wages. What you and me can do? Agriculture product in India, education and training. How many of the farmers are aware of all this? They are always misled by various sectors, whether it is that can, yeah, anyway, that part I'm leaving. So provide them, and what you can do, you can see the video kind of technologies which I showed you. It exists in many parts of the world. Collaborate with them, bring in courses, skills, generating courses that is useful for the kids. Kids means your students. Limited awareness, education, modern farming, how the farmer can go and watch the YouTube video. They are not going to do, they do not know best practice. They just believe the local rulers, and it goes on like this. Extension service. Imagine in your region, you have supporting, you are from a model farm like this. Model farm. What you can do, model farm. A model farm on your campus, if you are in urban or semi-urban or rural area with modern technology, and add precision agriculture tools, automated machinery, all this related subject to your curriculum. Technology adaptation, drones for crop monitoring, IoT sensors for soil, and you have seen that robots being mobile apps, farm management, such kind of programs and courses, the one which is needed for the local industry. agriculture also industry consider us. Okay, then sustainable practices, student involvement. When a student is, as you have seen that video, when they are working in a farm, they come to know what is life and how to progress with that. Some of them will come with better ideas. They will start their own industry or agriculture farming industry, or they will make it as some jobs will be generated. Okay, so adopting modern technology campus farm, and not only that, courses like that. Instead of that, what we do, I am going with the same traditional technology and the same syllabus given to me from my seniors, my older generation teacher. They belong to Industrial Revolution 3. We belong to Industrial Revolution 4. And if you are going to trying to live with Industrial Revolution 3, we are going to peril. Now we are seeing recent days now when lot of articles coming, our over dependence on the nearby country. Next slides are about that. Electric battery. How you must be knowing that electric boom. All the electric batteries are coming from India. Sorry, China. Fuel cells. The cells. I'm not talking battery. Battery they make it up, but inside the cell is there. Rare earth minerals. That's all from China. India, what happened last year? 23, 24, 20 lakhs electric vehicles, all from China. That is what this article says, electric vehicle colony of India. You are living in Maharashtra, there are so many other companies are there. And what these companies are doing? They could have looked ahead like this country. They didn't do that. They did not promote local research. And now we are simply buying from import. That's what happened. China is getting rich. And how could China reach this skill? That is very interesting to see that. Can blame Americans also when they say, actually the technology for the battery, lithium iron phosphate, it was developed in University of Texas, 96. But what the Chinese did, then thereafter, somebody studying there or something, I do not know. They got that idea, and from further betterment of the technology, lithium iron phosphate battery, they know that it will have long survival value. So they came out with the larger, better ideas, further advancement with the Chinese research. So what happened? I'll take you to, I'll be rushing, I know that. These are the tables. Here you can see 96 battery technology. In 2000, year 2000, Chinese government and some company, BYD, the one which car company, their battery manufactures for 10 years. And they developed the right kind of batteries, lithium ion batteries with the government support. So with the government support, they did that. Who did that? Not the factory by switching on. They supported the university with the help of collaboration with the university and research institute they developed. And by 2010, what happened? They became the largest one. Expanded production capacity. And 2015, you know what happened? See, that was the period when you and me and all talking about our mobile phone, this battery is not, charge is not lasting. All these are Chinese models. All the Chinese mobile smartphones, and they're bursting. A lot of complaints. All China is not good for now. Sorry, Chinese system is not good and all. But they learned a lesson and they bettered it. Remember that period? I remember reading somewhere 2000 till 2020, Micromax was the number one in India. They collapsed by 2020-21. Chinese batteries, Chinese mobile phone coming here. They lost the market. Now they are nowhere at all. Okay, so 2000 started, 10 years, largest producer, 10-15, they came out with the best technology battery. Now we do not speak anything against any of the Chinese brand. All their smartphones are fine, batteries are fine. That is what the technology skill. So then by 2020, what happened? Recycling, battery recycling, somehow they managed. And that is also their skill. And by 2025, they are about to bring in solid state batteries. And now and then 24, they made another advantage. All these in China during this period, this is a big country like India also. There the market was dominated by European cars and American cars and a few Chinese cars. Now the scenario has changed. That is why all these European, American governments, the rulers also worried. They lost the market. Volkswagen and all almost getting out, only 10 or 20% remaining. The remaining is taken over by Chinese market, be it by UD, CATL and Geely. And you and me know that if that BYD is permitted to come to this country, all our Mahindra, then Tata, everything, Maruti, everything will disappear. They are not manufacturing anything. These companies Chinese can produce cheap electric car, cheap battery with better technology and good designs also. global leadership. And there they did a blunder. Tesla, the one video which you show, you are seeing that they are saying that they are in China, they are taking their battery and all. And there what happened, Tesla lost the race to Chinese cars. Because Chinese showed the world that they can make cheaper cars than Tesla. That is what we are not hearing much from Elon Musk about all those. And very recently, lithium-ion battery technology, now they are saying, China, last week I read somewhere, they are now ready with the next technology, sodium, salt. Lithium is costly. Salt water is there, salt. So from the salt, sodium batteries are going to come up. They are ready with the technology. So this is what we call the skills. And they got it. And where do we stand? And that's the question I'm asking here. World population 8.2 in the world. India 1.4556, 17%. China also 17%. You see, other world population, entire Europe only 9.1 of the world population. Entire Africa, not one. There are so many African countries are there. And entire South America, nothing, 8 point. And we have nearly 17%. And why we are unable to, or while we are so much dependent on the other countries, or especially China, that's a big question to you and me. Does it mean we are all stupids? We are sedated, or we are in a fool's paradise, something like that. We buy it, import it, yeah, and we don't do on our own. We are lazy or not, that you have to find out. Tell me. And this is a reality. Then we are coming to the core point of this paper. Sorry, this particular session. How come they became? Then another one. This is from the Amazon website. You go for anything. The one what I used to say, my mobile phone, my batteries, or my battery pack, my USB and camera. Everything is from which country? And the earbud you use also. Everything. Laptop. Then everything from which country? It doesn't mean we are not producing. But what you see here, what are you seeing here? Now we are so much dependent. Why it has become like this? And then this was in the newspaper 1 month ago. Tashit Tharoor himself writing. You know what happened? 300 Chinese engineers. Apple iPhone 17 going to come out now. China withdrew because they want to block that this production is not happening in India. So that means we cannot live without Chinese technology. We have engineers. And what is the difference between our engineer and their engineer, skill-wise? That's what you have. It's a Hindu article. Share with you later. And then rare earth. You might have heard about that. Even the reason why even America was not very strict with the reciprocal tariff, they are strict with India because with China they can do nothing. 90% of rare earth has to come from China. Rare earth minerals, they have not only the material, they produce us. And processing technology. And last week or 1 month ago, we read that all the electric vehicle, industry will struggle if you go compete with China. And that is what we call as the governance. Their skill, we are like this now. Not only we are, everyone. And how they reach that, was a question. And all this DeepSeek, TikTok, who developed it? They have 1.7 billion, 1.4 billion people. We have 1.4 billion people. What we will do? We will install and we play our own. And we can say that our people are there, they're working in that country. But development-wise, country who is contributing. And another, okay, so this will keep on going like this. So I'm leaving that. So how I could reach that position? Education system. China, the education system is also similar to us. They have colleges, university, degree, everything. And they have vocational education. The BVOC which failed, ITI, Polytechnic, but they are dominating there. What happened? Skill-based careers in industries. Industrial require people more fitter or solar panel specialist, whatever might be that. That kind of courses are more in the offering. Vocational education is top-rated. And you read it carefully, 50% of Chinese students go into vocational training instead of general academics. What happens in our colleges? We are asked from Hindi movies or wherever might be, they all learn that 3 years of life, cool life in college. And what do they study? What they study? Theory, lot of study. Engineering college also same thing. But practical wisdom, industry exposure, no. Here what happened? 9th standard onwards, middle school, students enter vocational schools, not to other schools. The next one, industry collaboration, apprenticeship. we all are nice to fold the NAC committee, or when the NAC comes, we will say, yeah, we have industry collaboration with that industry. What kind of collaboration we have? We have only verbal contraction. No, learning happens like there. What happen? Colleges and the industry. Suppose in your region, and there is a factory which is producing wine. You say Maharashtra, Nasik. I visited that region. I've gone through that region. Okay, I've seen that there are so many. Then the need of the industry, based on that, there will be colleges and they will be giving skills to the students. Students after the job, they can get a job in the industry much better. And the college people will be visiting the industries or the agriculture farmers also, understanding what's the requirement. And as you have seen with the Netherlands, they do that. And companies here in China, what happened? They co-design courses, Apple Factory, Xiaomi, BYD, anyone, any company. Okay. And match real world industry needs. That's what we call East Asian miracle. All these countries reached level because of that. Agriculture was there, but the technology they went up. Co-design courses. So in your region, company will say or not decide, because ultimately what is the aim? As I asked, no, student want to get a job, and suppose you are offering a course designed by company, they are getting a job, they will go. Now what I want you like, no, if this company start giving training to students, our college will be empty. It already started happening to certain extent in some places in many part of the country, some colleges also. Anyway, next one, dual education. Germany copied it. In Germany, 50% of time in factories. So what happens? Students are job ready skills. And another question, we'll say we don't have money, but our government is providing money. But whatever money is coming to our colleges and all, whether it is wisely utilized or not, university also. Government money comes, and you know what happens. Head of the department decides, or the powerful in the college will decide. We know that. If the college has a well-balanced management, they know what to do. In other places, what happened? Each and everything will be by the decision by the management or somebody powerful, and the latest entrants know, like young teachers like you do not have any say. Some useless equipment you buy, and that is all gone. And you'll put in newspaper. Our college has bought this one. Inauguration by. I would not. I don't want to say further about it. Okay, but there is no like that. You are answerable. But other side is there. Chinese system, no, we good service is a very good socio-democratic system. So opposition will be there. There it is a single party rule from the central to state. Whatever is taken at the central, it goes top down to the bottom. So that is another reason. Okay, but anyway, they have a good labs, and art of the labs, AI robotics means all latest machines. Then fifth one, cultural mindset. This is a one major question. You are in Mumbai or you are in Maharashtra. How many of your kids know are willing to go to ITI and Polytechnic? Even if they are willing, will you send them? You are a teacher. We will see that your kid is going for the engineering or medical. No way, ITI or Polytechnic, nothing at all. And this is the difference. This white collar society and family also, you had to pressure students into white collar degree. China, it is valuable for, but now slowly people are realizing it. Okay. Then now the jobs are going to be an AI technician, automation engineer. Jobs will be there, not for the other teachers and all. Higher salaries if they start getting than many university graduates. That is scenario. Same thing is happening in Kerala also. We used to say that those who didn't study, those are not good in or economically, they went for some polytechnic and all other courses. They got a lot of opportunities. Many of them went abroad and Gulf countries, and they made a lot of money. That's the reality in Kerala. But now here also is happening. Then what are the courses to be offered? Integration of AI, robotic, it is compulsory in their system. In our system also, now we are reading AI, robotics, automation, but I fear it will be mostly theory. Some books, and you will say, yeah, I have studied AI, robotics, automation, or touching one machine. Not that way. Not that way. Outdated skills, no, out. AI, machine learning, all this has to be brought into your institute, whether it is you, whatever might be the core area, you are a science or the linguist, sorry, language or social science teacher. All these become how it can be utilized. Okay. Then localized R&D, technology transfer. Foreign companies for this is the problem. This is what we did. This is the problem. Now we are struggling. We are importing means what? We relied on foreign companies. And what we were doing? We were simply buying, enjoying life. That's all we have to say. Our kids were just coming out. Then private sector participation, that I'm skipping, we know that. Continuous reform and evolution. China updates vocational curriculum. Do we? Yes. Namesake. We updates based on the needs of the department faculty members, workload, or how many posters, or the management sees how many vacancies are there. I do not want to be too critical, but that is where it fails. It is all not there. Fooling people, fooling the system, and fooling next generation also, because kids are not knowing it. Students, how many of the students know that what is the politics behind all these our syllabus and what is happening in our departments or university system and all? But continuous reform and evolution is necessary. That is possible, and lifelong learning reskilling, which I was telling from the beginning. We all belong to the you unfortunate generation, because earlier, no, somehow our seniors teachers, they could go with the what they learned from their schools and colleges, but now it is not possible. Now it has all become outdated. We have to upgrade our technology. It's like studying AI means day by day newer and newer tools will come. Excel or computer and all, there also we see the same thing. Newer statistical tools are coming similarly. Okay, so now you know the reason why India struggles to replicate this. Okay, I just see. And what are the key technologies? I know it is 423. So what you can see, these are the technologies of demand: robots, Internet of Things, courses related to that, artificial intelligence, big data, predictive analysis. It has more opportunities. Digital twins. What is digital twins? See, previously building a car, engineers create a small version. Now that's all over. Now it's a digital twin. Students, vocational training, students learn how to create a digital model and test them in simulation. And that's what eighth one, augmented reality, virtual reality. Training workers in the skill, no need to buy an entire machine. Or here example, Boeing, no need to be in the Boeing flight and all. AR headset is there that take you inside a flight, and such kind of training. Students, okay. So such courses are there. Cloud computing. So this already we have seen fastest. Now you know why I said fastest growing jobs. I support it. This is a global picture, not India alone. World Economic Forum, Future of Jobs Report 2025. Fastest growing jobs, fastest declining jobs. And in India, where are the areas where the research and so the opportunities are going to come? Solar energy, definitely, because petrol diesel will be replaced. Solar farms will come in China. They are now almost they're in the desert here also. Solar panel, and it's repair and manufacture, making it cheaper, and that is where Chinese company is number one in world. They outsmarted Europeans. But there are two sides to it. Actually, the labor cost must be lower in China, whereas in the Europe now it will be high. That is also there. Anyway, then another one is heightened energy research. Whichever country gets the skill first, electrolysis, that is splitting water and making hydrogen out of it. Now it is costly, $6 to $7. Okay, so if you can simply cut water and split water into H2O, hydrogen and oxygen, that hydrogen will be utilized by industry. Research is there, and a lot of development is there, and for that also research is going on. So yeah, these are the fields, future fields. Okay, and next one, there are where to get the training skills. Government has Skill India Mission, National Skill Development Corporation, public-private partnership aimed for skill training. Take your students to such websites and let them. This is one website, Skill India Digital Hub. Okay, and then what are the jobs or the skills offered? One example I show you, internship program. That's one website. Free and paid internships for students and freshers are there. Plus your degree that will help the student, so they will become skilled, and that is what we are talking in this area. And the importance I have shown you already with so many comparison with other countries. Where do we stand? If this at this rate, if you remain sluggish and lazy and all, ultimately we will struggle, and our nearby neighbor, they will become, already they are the superpower, they are become more and more aggressive and powerful, and we will be buying everything from them. It is something like importing petrol, diesel from Gulf countries. They became rich. Similarly, other side is happening. Petrol, diesel now disappearing, and Gulf countries know they will be a layer looking for other ideas and work to our people. Where will our people will go? And export market, no, because America, Europe cannot blame them. They are also affected by Chinese dominance. So they will start demanding export of their items to countries like India, we will resist. How long we can resist? I don't know. Internship program, so many sites are there. Visit that. Okay. And this one I'm skipping. And then another one is National Skill Development Corporation, public-private partnership. Okay. So what happened? And with the NSDC website, visit the website, there will be schemes and initiatives. There you can see skill impact bond, technical internship training program. Lot of lists will be there. Tell the students to join. Then NSD, another aim is, if the college teachers are smart enough, if you have the skills, you can become a training partner with NSDC. Your institution can also offer a course, but you have to be in contact with the NSDC website and see what are their requirements. If you are able to meet the requirement, otherwise no, traditional teaching will not help. Then content development. NSDC is going for all this content, just like MOOC courses and all in the Swayam portal. Okay. Similarly, they are also updating curriculum and learning resources for various job roles. If you have anything in the same line, you can collaborate with NSDC. Collaborate with NSDC, and you can offer your expertise. Okay. Last one, apprenticeship, internship. Teachers can serve as a bridge between, already I mentioned. Take your students, visit them, visit the site, let them join something like that. Then there are other places like National Education Technology Forum for digital tools. Visit the website. I'll share the paper, show the link with you. That time you can see that. There know what are the courses being offered. Like, you want to understand what is virtual lab simulation, but this is mostly for sciences only. Digital inclusion, multilingual, that is for language teachers. AI text, voice translation tool, multilingual education. You can regional language content. Now that's all going to be in demand. Okay. So that all you can visit by visiting this digital tool site. NETF, National Educational Technology Forum is there. Okay. Then we go to the next part. Skill development. No, this is the topic. You read this part carefully. What is the role of assignments and seminars and how we are making use of it? What is the role of assignments and seminars in education? Actually, for what is assignment seminar brought in and what we are doing? Because now one or two teachers told me, sir, even if I do that, my colleagues will not. I said, no, that you have to. Now know the NEP and now with the understanding all this, what is happening going to happen. You all have to, people will be having a level-mindedness and they will sit together. You have to think like this. Think unitedly for the betterment of your students. So the assignment and seminar, actually power of assignment is, it is good for critical thinking. What assignment? Many of my students who have went abroad, same problem happened. They tried the same game which they played here, copy paste. Many were out from the course. In the top-rated universities, they don't allow. Plagiarism tools are there. Assignment seminar checked. Student is out from the course, and they have rejoined. 5 to 10 lakhs rupees gone. And they are finding that their students, for the European students or the American students, they are good in critical thinking, analytic capacity. They know how to write it well. Here, no, we all copy paste. Not we all students. No, we also do the same thing. Maybe. So copy paste culture. But with that, what is happening? Critical thinking capacity, that is gone. That is the key point. Nothing else. Assignment helps students to independent reason. You are giving them a topic. India's current scenario, why is Chinese dependent? Give them an assignment. The students have good critical thinking. They will find out. They will come out with a good article. Analytical skill also. Analytical skill. Then they will come to know. And when you are giving 10 assignments, 20 assignments, in that particular field, they are becoming experts. Writing capacity, will it increase or not? Yes. Improve ability to express ideas effectively. Write something well. I have same problem I faced with many of our students. They were not good in writing at all, expressing the idea. We have to write for them. That I stopped long ago. But now, they will come off after some time. Okay, then then another one, assignment matter. Research skill. They are reading a lot of things. Research. That is also research, review of literature. And when they read many things, they get broader idea from credible sources. And then what about the seminars? These all are opportunity for skill development. We simply wasting or forced to waste. During seminar, what happened? 30 students in the international top-rated universities. It is not a simple task. Someone has to present it well. And others will be asking a question, not stupid question. Teacher also will be, process will be asking questions. No mutualism, mutual understanding, helping each other, not permitted. And each teacher will check the assignment strictly. Then they have to present it. And while the presenting also, if 30 are in the class, 29 will be asking question, plus the teacher. So what happened? Student get the good public skill, articulation capacity. See, first year, second year, they start doing it. Interactive learning. Some assignments will be group assignments, 3, 4 of them together. That's what we call the collaboration technique. Collaborative discussion, knowledge exchange. Then problem solving. Yeah, some assignments will be involves that and critical inquiry, presentation skills. So now we got an example what is wrong with our education system and what is our role in underutilization of assignment seminar. Students can blame them. They will go for no because they are living here and they just play all the same games. No, the elders also do, and they are not realizing unless we are strict. But the strict is a difficult term here. Anyway, teacher responsibility. What is the responsibility of teacher? We can make it assignments and plagiarisms check with the strict, but there will be opposition. Don't bother about it because ultimately the academic community decides. So here the passive involvement teachers, we just simply sit there, hear it and go, that's all. And that's all we call missed opportunities. I'm leaving that part. Okay. Then life skills and employability, this already I mentioned. Communication skill, teamwork. Teamwork is very much important. One example I cited here. One engineer, he knows everything, coding, everything, but he doesn't know how to explain what happened when he's working in a factory. He cannot fit into that team. He may be extra IQ, everything fine, but he will not be able to, with poor communication skills, struggle there. Okay, so that's what we call it. It's a classic example of life skill. Problem solving capacity, leadership is a critical thinking. So company employee, you are employee, imagine you have factory, you look for workers with good teamwork, not the kind of some departments and we and all that. There are no some people are there. They are not good at all good in teamwork. Department suffer. Department suffers. 10 members, one or two, they are not cooperative or they are with all wrong ideas. What happened ultimately? Your system will collapse. And the factory, same thing. But factory fellow, no, they won't wait for anything. They will chuck him out. They will throw him out. Okay? That's what we call the life skill capacity part. I'll just see, is there any questions for me? Nothing. Okay. So next we'll go to, yeah, this I'm skipping, life skill I'm skipping. Then language social science is very important. Somebody asked that question about it. See, all these softwares, all these gadgets, everything, that's the infrastructure only. But some communication has to be. What kind of communication? Local context is there. For that, language is important. There must be somebody who explain cultural, linguistical, economic reality. Putting a software like ATM somewhere, no, it will not work. You should empower the local operators with knowledge, number one. So language and the social science educators, they are said to be the bridge between technical innovation and human relevance. A robot you are placing there, but how to work that? And what kind of language be used? By the robot and also by the company while explaining, they are all know language is necessary. Social science also to study what is the relevance. So I'll see hidden dependency on humanities and social science. Number one, big data specialists. Big data is good, but you need to understand human behavior, ethics, social impact to interpret data. Who teaches? That's a question I asked here. Fintech engineers. Yeah, you can share market or mutual fund or whatever might be that, or loan or what require clear communication, policy literacy, culture sensitivity, language educators, then AI and ML, bias, ethics, decision-making frameworks. Okay, then software developers. Then you're making tools for humans to be explained. It requires empathy, storytelling, and all. Language teacher capability. So then EV and autonomous vehicle experts are there. And they have to think about electric vehicle, urban planning. This is not the work of a AI or a tool specialist. Urban planning, urban requirement, environmental justice, public policy. These all are connected to the social science topics. So some experts, not all of them. If everyone is going to be in that field, no EV battery, no autonomous work will come. But when it is being come out, talk about all experts are required, number one. Then another one, this is another part, language teachers. Yeah, it's linguistics, that's fine. You are an expert in syntax, semantics, phonetics, everything fine. But now what happens now with that alone, because now most of the AI can do that basically. But some other requirements, but all these tools, robots, and they cannot do it. We'll see what is that. Okay. Then another one, computer scientists, they don't know linguistics. That's all. They're not computer part. They are specialized in computer algorithm, programming, everything fine, technical. So yeah, you imagine a teacher, language teacher with some idea about computer requirement or computer expertise, AI tool, a language teacher, he knows how to use the language in the UAI in his language. Okay, that's what we call interdisciplinary expert, knowledge in both linguistics and that's kind of set is going to grow. The same problem with the economics topic, you must be knowing that economics or social science, econometrics and all, economics alone will not grow. If you know coding, statistics, mathematics, language also, these three things are there required now. Earlier that was not the concept. Interdisciplinary. Similar here, what happened? The computational linguistics are there. So yeah, all these programs, everything will come, but language is essential. But if for the field of language alone, a professional with knowledge in both linguistics. So we'll see what is that natural language processing. Natural language processing. It's an AI, computers and humans, and there are very few papers are being offered, and this is an important aspect in new development. Okay, so what is being done there? I'll take you one example. Social media, whether you like it or not, social media is going to grow only, and it reflects the idea what is happening in society and all. And now that kind of language is required, not the one which you read earlier in the earlier books and all. That's all gone. Now, how many kids are reading novels and all? I think the number is coming. Not I think the number is coming down. Everybody knows that. Newspapers also know that. Online. Okay. So ultimately, what happened? Analyze language use in social media platform. Who has to think about linguistic teachers? And that's what this course analyze social media. Redesign something. There will be takers. Then power dynamics, language and power dynamics. Best classic example is the American president. The way he uses his language and his body language, everything together, this is done with the support of somebody there. He knows what kind of show. Okay. Then NLP for literary analysis. Another example. Others use language to evoke emotions. I always say the example of various others are there. You can talk about which one? Yeah. Maybe Michael Crichton. I like him because he is a person who written Jurassic Park, Rising Sun. It's all about American, Japan, this compete. Now the American, China, like that. Okay, business war. And then disclosure, Boeing industry, what is happening, growing and all. There are so many things, but different topics. So sentiment analysis by the same author, how is being NLP technique, and machine cannot. Many a times now, when you tell something for your study, something to your AI to do, Copilot or Meta, they make mistakes. Then you will get angry, and they will say, I am a machine. Certain languages, no, certain words I cannot interpret, and your emotions I am unable to understand. It's better you do yourself. Now you know who is required. Authorship analysis. Suppose you are in an editorial board or something somewhere in their company. Authorship analysis and their role, language features, identify others, NLP techniques are there. There are so many other subdivisions: text analysis, language modeling, sentiment analysis, already mentioned. Machine translation, that's another important thing. When translating text from one language to another, there will be problems. What you meant in English may not be there in Malayalam. And what I meant in Malayalam may not be there in Malayalam to Tamil. So who will develop it all? So now you know where the jobs are there. But instead, if you go the traditional age-old way, we won't reach anywhere. Students will not be there, and they will come to know there are places where all these are being offered, and they will join there. And they will say that no need of 3 years or 4 years, just 6 months training, and they will be expert. That's what happened. And we have NLP application. Other examples I'll show. Yeah, Siri, Alexa, Google, if you want to know more about it, now we have one course coming out about same topic, computational linguistics. We have placed it, and will be bringing a resource person. They'll be talking about it, language translation apps and how do they operate. Okay, sentiment analysis tools are there, social media monitoring tools are there, social media monitoring tools, customer service chatbots, how to talk to a computer. So this is how the modern technology can be used by the social science and language teachers. We have to see options there. Okay, and now we go to the last part of the session. Is there any questions for me? I just see. Okay, one moment. I don't see anything at all. Or you're not writing? Anyway. So next one is the NLP. This is all the classic one which might have someone else might take. Anyway, so what is the first one? National Skill Qualification Framework. It is a government's India. It has come out of the National Skills Qualification. So what is Skill Qualification Framework? It simply means that, see, now earlier it was level 1 to 10. Now it is the skill level is 1 to 8. In between intermediate levels introduced. Two earlier it was 1, 2, 3, 10 like that. Now it is 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5. That is also there. And what is that? It is competency based framework. When you say a person is at the level 8, as per the government of India NSQF level, a person with level 8 means he is with PhD. So what is the importance of PhD? What kind of job a PhD fellow can do? Only he will be. So when he goes out somewhere also, goes to a company or Indian company or international company, they will be looking for people with the skills at the level 8 means only PhD fellows. So a kind of knowledge and skill and aptitude expected from a PhD scholar. Knowledge, skill, aptitude, research skill. Okay. The same time, a person with the level 6.5, that means he is with the PG and UG. He is a PG, Arts and Science PG. 7 is Engineering PG. Okay, so 6.5. So 6.5 means you are seeing a person with a post-graduation in English or post-graduation in physics. So what must be his knowledge skill? So company is expecting whether he is going to express it as a different thing. What we are seeing as per the if you have got NSQ of level of qualification, that means you are with level 7, you are with MSc, second year cleared, and you are good for certain kind of job. So I'll take you to level 1. Then what is level 1? Level 1 means you have basic education up to 5, fifth standard education. So a person with fifth standard education, he can be a helper. What helper? Basic operators. Because now with all microwave and all these AI tools and all, yeah, in the modern world, some basic knowledge is rare. There is nobody is expected to with the first year or second year education alone. So level 5 job he can be. Level 1 means this person is with the 5th class and he can be employed as helper. But you will smile when I say level 2.5 and level 3. So level 2.5 means he's a 9th standard person passed from 9th standard. So what is his qualification? He has the knowledge and competency, and he can employ you. Sorry, you can employ him as a tailor, plumber. And what is happening in our country? Here, what we know that the smart tailors are those who know the measurement correctly, who have the idea. Okay. So here it's other way around. So to become a tailor, you require at least this basic level of education, 9th and 10th. So when we go abroad and some many companies, they have stipulations, basic qualifications will be like this. Okay. Then you can ask me the question, a PhD fellow applying for a job of a tailor, a plumber, what happened? Company will throw him out because employer knows that this fellow is just actually it is a stopgap mechanism. He will leave. Okay. But anyway, that part I'm leaving. Then we have when come to colleges, no, it starts with the 4.5 and 5. Level 4.5 is first year degree. Level 5 is second year degree. So if a student as per the NEP is leaving first year of degree, he has an analytical skill, responsibility, and problem solving capacity, and he can be a senior technician. Okay. But if he completed plus 1 and plus 2 only, he can be a junior technician. He is at the 3.5 or 4 level, and he has 120 credit point he has received so far. Like, okay. So this is what we call as the NSQ of handout. So what's the need for that? So now with when somebody is coming to telling I'm from this level 1 or level, fifth standard, you'll get an idea at what level he can be employed. Imagine you are an employer or you are the factory manager, and now you have for each level what kind of qualification. So you can say and it helps them when they go to different countries also. Earlier it was not there. Here no, we are not having any classification. So suppose somebody from 8th standard goes to Gulf countries, work to place. But now this is all based on international parameters, international. So when you go with a PG or a MSc to European universities, they are expecting that you have all the uh, basic knowledge of so the competence and skills required at the PG level, which they are maintaining. I said they are maintaining, but whether we are diluting or not, that is our fault. Anyway, next part is National Skill Qualification Framework. It has been a collaboration with the NEP, NCVT. NCVT is the, you read it carefully, National Council for Vocational Education and Training. Earlier there was an National Council for Vocational Education was there. Now it is training also added. So NCVT is there. So vocational education is also. So I'll take you that word. National Vocational Education Training means, suppose your colleges want to offer a vocational course, carpentry or pottery, or anything more that, or solar panel manufacturing as a course, vocational, and it involves practical skills. And then you have to follow the rules of NCVT. Okay, to approve the program, aligns with national policies, and the credit content all should be as per the NCVT, like a UGC, that's a body. Okay, and then you have your curriculum should be according to them. Next one, NSQ of 23. Yeah, skill, that part I'm leaving. National Credit Framework, you know, what is that? Okay, well, it is in the sense, how many credits for each course? 1 credit, 2 credit, 3 credit, 4 credits, like that. How many hours per week, per semester, how many hours it should be. So when you are seeing a 5 credit course, it will be, there will be, during your one particular semester period, there will be 5 days, 5 hours class will be taken, 5 hours, like practical means it will be 10 hours. So that's all known to you and every teachers. I'm not explaining. Next is National Education Policy NEP 20. What is NEP 20 ultimately? Here, what happened? No, the one which I told you in between, our BVOC education. Actually, this is the bringing back of that. Instead of just simply teaching all theory and letting them go, doing some practicals, academic oriented, it won't help. Vocational education, that is also adding to the traditional education. That's what NEP emphasizes, holistic, effective, and that is why this topic, skill development. We got it. National Skills Qualification Framework is there. So it involves NSQ of skills to meet job demand, level 1, level 2, and all. Credit system. So when you are joining a 1 credit course, your skill is less. When you are joining a 4 credit course, you have to study 4 days and there will be a lot of material study. And many of my students are saying, sir, it's very difficult to go for a credit 4 course in NPTEL and the skill. They are all very tough like that. You know what's the reason? Then NCVT, quality of the training program you are providing, and NEP, vocational education, and both together. Okay. And next we'll go to the last one. Formal education. Formal education is what is happening now. School, college, all these things, institutionalized. Non-formal is what? Yeah, this is even including your online FIP, sorry, RP, everything. Professor course. That's all we can say outside the formal education. Suppose you are joining an online course. That is in addition to your BSc, MSc. Then informal education, unplanned, unstructured, often unintentional. Suppose you are studying, you are learning epic culture. You are home, you are in a village region where, sorry, yeah, your family members know they are all expert in epic culture, honey culture. So you are by watching, no, you may be interested and you are getting the skill means that is what we call a informal education. There's another example is there. This is unplanned, unstructured, unintentional. Example, painting or stitching or cutting. What cutting? Cloth cutting and all. If you are an expert in that, designing, okay, I'll take it another one. This is a classic example. What you see in this image is one set of bikes from a nearby place called, yeah, Rangal here. There's Arts and Craft Hut Sargalaya, and there you see a lot of people are there. They are not educated. They all belong to certain poor communities, but they are expert in making this kind of mats using natural grass, which is a waste, not waste, it's a weed. We cannot say weed. Yeah, it's a plant, very commonly available in that region. With that plant, they have the skills of making this kind of non-polluting material. It is a skill. And here you are seeing a person sitting with a basket. And he also making mats or making, basket weaving technique. He's an expert. He's an expert painting and all. But such expert, actually what happened, they do not have school education, no BSc, no pre-degree, no MSc, no CBSE. Now how to grade them? And that is what the next one called recognition of prior learning. And imagine you are a teacher also, you are a UGC process, everything, but out of your interest, you learned this one of this technique. How to grade you? And for that, practicals and systems. Suppose this is the entire region, and who are the smartest craftsmen of that village, and let them appear for a test. And that is what your college has to do. Suppose I am happen to be in this college, I will run a test or a course for this thing, and that test actually involves skill assessment. That is not a test actually, it's a skill assessment. And we will say you all come over here and practical test, and through the interview and then some other additions and all, you can evaluate their skill, and you can say, yeah, you just compare among three who is smarter in the weaver, weaving the basket weaving technique. If this fellow is there, we'll give them as the top rated. So with first class, second class, like that. So that will help them when he tries somewhere else in the handloom industry for a job like this. And there, these MSCs BSc and all doesn't matter. He knows only what he learned from his parents or from community. It's a traditional knowledge, and that is traditional Indian knowledge system also coming there. And how to grade them. It involves pottery, clay paint, a lot of things. Pottery is there, clay arts is there, or it may be, as I said, honey culture, or it may be some planting technology, anything for that matter. So that's what skill assessment. Okay, so what your college can do, your college has to. And see, here I have taken another one. These fellows are experts in bamboo with the cane and bamboo making this kind of items. Now we get a lot of it in China. Anyway, this is coconut fiber. They are good in making ornaments with the coconut fiber. Okay, and painting wood or clay and all. Another fellow. Okay, so how to grade them? But they lack the other education. So this particular type of traditional skill, we have to assess it, and that will help them enhance employability. Okay, and opportunities for the individuals. And as an institution, we can offer courses depending upon the local talent, and that will help the rural economy. That's all. So ultimately, the conclusion is what we have to do. You have your college curriculum syllabus instead of just pitching out whatever, teaching what the universities. Yeah, I have been taught like this. That I have been taught like this traditional method will not work out here. That is what I told in the beginning. So thank you very much. And 3 hours, I know I was moving a little faster, but the same material I will be sharing with you. There you can visit the link, text us, more or less same material. No, I will not see each and everything. And links you visit, it will give you an idea. So in your college or your institution's betterment, what you have to do, you have to decide. Depending upon the locality or the expertise available with you, you have to see that your students are getting the right skills that will help them in getting jobs. Thank you. Any questions there? I will answer. Yeah, and I have shown you car industry, fourth industrial revolution. We have to, now it's all changing. With the earlier technology, nothing will happen. And then another one is agriculture. And what is the international, European world and all. If they are far ahead of us, what is the point in being here with all the technology? That's why I showed you the turmeric. We have a lot of things. Okay, that won't help. That will be outbeaten by, because next year you'll hear China has introduced a new system where you can dry the turmeric within 10 minutes. Oh, gone. That job is gone. And they will be coming out the cheaper turmeric powder. Because here, no, you have to pay 3%, but whereas within no time they can 500 million pencils within a very short time, pencil factory. That there are some videos are there. Okay, so thank you if the organizers, and I'm very specifically thankful to Professor Muhammad Atik sir. Yeah, he who has invited me for as a resource person the last day. I know somehow you must be all happy to say yeah, you're relieved and all that. Yeah, to say that the course is over like that. But the intention of this particular NEP sensitization orientation is to what? Give you an idea how we have to do well, how we have to progress together, collaboratively work together, and skill development, research development happens in colleges. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for such a data-driven and the insightful session towards this skill development, particularly. Participants, if you have any questions or the queries, you can directly ask to Professor Thomas, sir. Or if there is no query, then we can conclude. Please, anyone.
Maybe they might have understood. Not asking questions. Maybe that happens everywhere. But sometimes some batches are very good in answering. Sorry, asking questions. Autonomous colleges means you are fortunate because their decision making is happening in the college itself. You have to convince your management what are the requirements because managements are not aware of many of these things. Maybe owned by someone else, and they will say when the student number is coming down, yeah, what to do. They do not know, but you can tell them.
Sir, I think there are no questions. So if you could permit, shall we
Yeah,
conclude, sir?
I'm a little sad about it. No questions, no nobody. Yeah, one or two questions. Yeah, somebody say it. Anyway, I'll share the material with you. Yeah, to whom I have to share the material to you, sir? Your number or something you give me, I will. Okay.
Sir, I have your presentation. I will share with the all participants. If
Yeah, that's enough. Normally, what I do, I'll give them a PDF. No, that will be simple
yes, yes,
anytime.
sir. PDF will be there, sir. PDF
PDF.
will. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, sir.
I'll produce. Yeah, I'll make one simple PDF with the links. So that will be easy for. That's what I do with everywhere, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Shall we conclude, sir? If you could
Yeah,
permit.
please.
Yeah, yeah.
Please do.
So on behalf of Malviya Mission Teacher Training Centers and Gadge Baba Amravati University and Sri Shivaji College of Art, Commerce and Science, Akola, I extend my sincere thanks to Professor Thomas, sir, for such an insightful session towards this skill development. So really, from your session, you have deviated, you have derived the different skills and whatever may be the industry demand in the global context, and what are the our country is doing towards the skill development in aligning with the national education policy. Your inputs was really valuable, sir, and it, it was the data driven as present statistic. So we are really thankful to you, sir, for such a wonderful and insightful session that thought provoking and enhance our knowledge towards the adoption of this skill education in our curricula. Why once again extend my sincere thanks to you for your precious time and thought provoking session here. And with the kind consent of Professor Thomas, sir, I would like to declare that this session will be over here. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And thank you, participants, for your active participation during the entire course. And on behalf of the organizers, I would like to declare that this program will now over. And regarding the certificates as well as feedback, I have put up the details in our WhatsApp group. You can please act accordingly. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, and for your very kind words, encouraging definitely, and for all the members. Yeah, they have given messages like, no, it was very useful. I'm quite happy about it because it was a different perspective I was shown here. So think about it. Okay, so what to do? What? Okay, so thank you very much. Bye bye.